Has your business been affected by COVID-19? The Virgin Islands Small Business Development Center is available to assist entrepreneurs and small businesses in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The VISBDC is sustained by the University of the Virgin Islands and the U.S. Small Business Administration and collaborates with local agencies to support the small business community. The VISBDC is nationally accredited and provides free consulting, business education training, and technical assistance. Attend workshops with subject matter experts from both the public and private sector. From idea generation to exit strategies, the staff at the VISBDC is ready to assist you. Now is the time to contact them, so don't wait. Call or email them to find out how they can help your business grow and succeed.
¿Su negocio ha sido afectado por COVID-19? El Centro de Desarrollo de Pequeñas Empresas está disponible para ayudar a los empresarios en las Islas Vírgenes de los Estados Unidos. El VISBDC es sostenido por la Universidad de las Islas Vírgenes y la Administración de Pequeñas Empresas de los Estados Unidos para apoyar a la comunidad de negocios pequeños. El VISBDC está acreditado a nivel nacional y ofrece consultoría gratuita, educación empresarial y asistencia técnica. Asiste a talleres con expertos en la materia, tanto del sector público como del privado. Desde generaciones de ideas hasta estrategia de salida, el personal del VISBDC está listo para ayudarlo. Ahora es el momento de contactarlos si necesita ayuda. Llame o envíe un correo electrónico para averiguar cómo puede ayudar a que su negocio crezca y tenga éxito.
Good morning and welcome to the Virgin Islands SBDC's Lunch and Learn. Apologies with the slight delay there after the videos that were presented by SBDC. Today is the kickoff for the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority's series with VISBDC's Lunch and Learn, and I'm excited. My name is Chanel Peterson. I'm the Managing Director for Marketing and Vision 2040, and I'm excited to introduce our main speaker today, Ms. Kusa Holloway, Business Incubator Program Manager. The Business Incubator Program is a unit within the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority, and today you're going to have the undivided attention from Ms. Kusa, so you have opportunities to ask as many questions as to how the Business Incubator Program supports small businesses right here in the Virgin Islands. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Ms. Holloway.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction, Chanel. It's so great to be here and to also be able to provide information on the Small Business Incubator Program within the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority. Next slide. Our mission at the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority Incubator Program is to provide a critical bridge between the VIEDA and community programs to assist entrepreneurs in the areas of professional services, food and agribusiness, tourism, and information technology, providing the necessary support services to foster sustainable economic growth to enhance the territory's entrepreneurial product. Next slide. The legislation that created the incubator program, oops, sorry, go back, there we go, is Title 11, Virgin Islands Code, Chapter 23. And basically it says that anyone who wants to do an incubator program within the territory would need to come through the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority, because they definitely saw at that time that it was definitely needed for entrepreneurs to have that support services that they need, wraparound support services, in addition to what SBDC and SBA was already offering within the territory. In 2019, a feasibility study was performed by Angle Technology, and they, said definitely, yes, the Virgin Islands needs this incubator program within the territory, but definitely need to start in the St. Croix territory, St. Croix district first. That's because we were a little behind everyone else, but also too, at that time, we were going through some transitions here with Hovensa closing and things like that. And through that feasibility study, they came out with these three things: that they needed an incubator to incorporate, to increase entrepreneurship within the territory. The incubator that we should start out first with was a mixed use, not clusters or industry specific like technology or food, and that we should focus on tourism, construction, e-commerce, information technology, maritime, agriculture, and aquaculture. Thanks. The staff, it's me. That's it. You get one person. And I hope you like this person. Like I said before, my name is Kusa Holloway, and I am the Incubator Program Manager. A little bit about me. I have a bachelor degree in public administration from Barry University. I also have a master's degree in community economic development from Southern New Hampshire University. I've been with EDA for about 13 years now, a little over 13 years. And I've managed grants as little as $50,000 all the way up to $1.5 million. Actually, we were just awarded another grant, a $50,000 grant from USDA Rural Development. We just got the notification today. So congratulations to EDA for securing another grant that is going to help with shoring up and having those wraparound services for our entrepreneurs. And I'll talk a little bit more about what that grant is for later on in the presentation. Next slide. One of the consultants that we've been working with this go around, and we do have consultants that we work with on a rolling basis, is Mr. Jed John Hope. He's the one, if you've been fortunate enough to being able to attend or participate in one of our seminars, we've done several of them so far. Mr. John Hope has been the facilitator of those seminars, marketing strategies, cost analysis, the USVI Apparel Forum, and actually we will be having those, the final series in those seminars coming up next month in the end of August, where we'll be doing the last class of marketing strategies and also the USVI Apparel Forum. So if you are anyone who is doing any type of USVI apparel, and it doesn't have to be just clothing, it could be shoes, bags, anything that shows your VI pride, and you really want to have that foundation or help to figure out costing, price, marketing, things that you should be looking at in your business, how do you go about doing certain things. These are definitely the seminars for you. And please sign up for our any one of our social media pages, or you can even go to our website, usvieda.org, and you can sign up so that way you will be notified when the registration opens for these classes. Next slide. Some of our partners that we work with, because the work that we do, we can never do it alone. Excuse me. So we work very closely with the St. Croix Chamber of Commerce, the U.S. Small Business Administration, University of the Virgin Islands, of course, the Small Business Development Center, the Economic Development Administration. They've provided us grants in the past, Department of Commerce, the Minority Business Development Agency out of Miami, who is operated by M. Gill Associates, Micro Mentor, and we've also been a member of INBIA, which they recently changed their name within the last few years to INBA. It used to be NBIA, but they are the International Business Incubation Association, and they work with incubators all over the world in different sectors and clusters, and they provide a wealth of information to their membership in order for them to run successfully. How do they create mentor programs or anything like that? But we don't do this alone, and we do have our partners. We would really like to just highlight and give them some congratulations and kudos right now. Next slide. Some of the services that we offer is office space. We're under renovations right now, hopefully to be completed within the next year. Business advice, mentoring, counseling. We have access to shared office equipment, access to high-speed internet. We do have a T1 line coming straight into the building. Entrepreneurial workshops, training, seminars, networking opportunities, and of course, a conference room with teleconferencing capabilities. Currently, our office is closed to the public due to COVID-19 precautions and restrictions right now. However, we are still working for the community, as you can see with us bringing these seminars and seminars and workshops to the community. And just in case anyone has a question or a comment, if you can please put that in the chat, and then we'll have a robust discussion about those questions and comments at the end. Next slide, please. So I always say I can show you better than I can tell you. So these are some of the companies that we've worked with over the years. So we've worked and they've been able to achieve much success. Do we take credit for their success? No, we do take credit for being there when they needed us though. All of these entrepreneurs were very, very, very talented and determined and did the legwork necessary. They put in that sweat equity to get their businesses to where they are today. To tell you a little bit about some of these businesses, we have ISG. ISG is the company, if you're familiar with St. Croix, they're the ones that built the solar farm right in front of Diageo Profit area. We have Alvin's Hot Sauce. We also have Nerex. Nerex is now, they also won Small Business of the Year in 2015 from St. Croix Chamber of Commerce. We also have Aqua Sounds, they're a studio in Christiansted. NetWave Unlimited, they started the first fiber optic communications company here within the territory to fill a void. So that way when individuals, when particularly grants and opportunities arise within the territory, we will no longer have to be bringing in individuals to do that type of fiber optic work. And they've been doing absolutely great work. We have Mr. Rafael Acevedo for Clover Appliance and Repair and Services. As you can see, he was voted best household and commercial appliance repair in St. Croix a few years back. Next slide. We also have Add a Touch, Save a St. Croix, STX Oil Bar. A lot of these have taken a part in some of our seminars and workshops and use what they've learned in those seminars and workshops to improve their business and move their business forward. Next slide, if possible. Another set of our entrepreneurs, Sweet Me Away Desserts, Neighborhood Pharmacy, Cultured Naturals, MV Exterminating, Juju and CC's Lemonade, Pizza Gusto, Designs by Regal, Top Notch Cleaning Services. And one of the trends that we're seeing now with a lot of our entrepreneurs who have come through our program is now they're becoming serial entrepreneurs. They're branching out into different areas and doing different things like Sweet Me Away Gourmet Desserts. They now do, the person who owns that actually does private chefing now. They're a private chef for when individuals come into the territory. Cultural Naturals, body care, they have now sprung into different things. You know, her husband has now opened MV Exterminating, which uses all natural products to exterminate pests within your home. And they have also now extended that to their children, where they've opened Juju and CC's Lemonade that you can find throughout the St. Croix area. Next slide. Some of our accomplishments, our shared accomplishments with our entrepreneurs. We have Nerex LLC, Neighborhood Pharmacy, NetWave Unlimited Services. They were all nominated for awards from the St. Croix Chamber of Commerce in 2015. And we had 2 winners, which was Nerex for Business of the Year. And then we also had Ms. Keisha Christian out of Neighborhood Pharmacy for the Small Business of the Year. Next slide. And then we also had in 2019, we had Cultural Naturals Body Care, who was the Small Business of the Year winner. And the reason why I put this picture here might not be the best picture, but I wanted to show the handoff from the gentleman who's handing Miss Ramon Reed the mic is Mr. I'm sorry, he is the founder of Nerex, and Mr. Leon Hughes. He started in our incubator program. He was able, through some of the services we had here, we were able to put him in partnership with UVI, and they started the first hackathon for technology students at UVI that still goes on to today. He also is now part of the RT technology program now that he's graduated out of our program. He's affiliated with the RT part, but also he became at one point the president of the St. Croix Chamber of Commerce. And then here it is now, he's handing off the same award he won a few years ago to one of our next clients. And on that note, I would also say that if you're not a part of our Chamber of Commerce or your local Chamber of Commerce within St. Croix, St. Thomas, or St. John, I please do urge you to become a member. Many legislation and policies that affect our small business community, a lot of time the St. Croix and the St. Thomas Chamber of Commerce is the first to know about it, or there are the policymakers are asking for their opinion. And if you're part of those memberships, that means that you get a say as well. So please, I ask that you please become a member, be active in those organizations, because it will definitely help your business, not only from just the membership, but also the networking opportunities. Next slide. Some of the upcoming seminars, and I know we talked about this a little bit in the beginning. We have the USVI Apparel Forum, Marketing Strategies. We have our Small Business Bootcamp, and we have our Young CEO Camp. Our Small Business Bootcamp should be coming up soon. We're just waiting on some things to happen so we can narrow down some dates. The Small Business Bootcamp will take place over a weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Really intensive, but also comes with 16 weeks of follow-up assistance through the facilitator of that boot camp. And I think it's a great opportunity. It's a lot of information. It's really fast-paced, but doing the 16 weeks of follow-up, you get to break down all of those strategies over the 16-week period, one-on-one, with a one-time call every week. I believe it's on Sundays. And then we have the Young CEO Camp. The Young CEO Camp is something that we did previously as well, and we're bringing it back as we're looking to introduce our younger generation to entrepreneurship at an early age and foster that, providing them with some strategies, providing them with tools that they can use to maybe start their businesses earlier rather than later on in life when they've maybe now been an employee and, instead of being an employer. And all of these seminars really are aimed at how do we make entrepreneurship easier for individuals within our community? How do we become employers of our own community instead of waiting for a big company or someone from the outside to come in now and provide us with those opportunities? Next slide. Next steps. What are we looking forward to? Definitely, we're looking to do more things within the St. Thomas St. John district. We're looking at food innovation, applying for more grants to assist, because all of the things that we do within the incubator program is funded through grants and appropriations from the Virgin Islands legislature. And it's at no cost to our community. Creating and developing more partnerships so we can provide more services, and of course, more seminars. And then, of course, the seminars that we're looking at, as we said before, is food production, value added, financial literacy, small business boot camp, and a young CEO camp. Next slide. So this is where I get to do a little bit of fun, and this is where I get a little excited. So the grant that we were just awarded through the USDA Rural Development is to create a feasibility study about developing a food incubator program here within the territory. So I'm really excited about this. This is something a lot of our clients have been asking for, because they've been creating awesome items, value-added items here within the territory. And, one of the biggest things is they say, I need a clean kitchen. I can't afford to build a kitchen or a separate, clean kitchen facility on my own, on my property, or whatever the case may be, because it is cost intensive. So this is what this study is going to be helping us to figure out: how big of a size we needed, what do we need in there, what type of services should we be providing to our clients. So I'm really excited about this. You will be hearing more about this particular project. And we do have some more surprises coming, but I won't say too much of what the surprises are. But just know that we continuously are working to find avenues to assist every different public, private sector, industry sector. We're trying not to leave anyone out, and we have listened, and we are working towards getting it done for you. Next slide. So this is the end of my presentation so far. And here is my contact information. The best way to reach me right now, because while we are open, we are working remotely, is by email. So my email is cholloway@usvieda.org. And you can also go onto our website, www.usvieda.org, or you can also follow us on our social media pages. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and on Twitter. So I hope this information has been useful to you, and I look forward to your questions now, or comments, concerns. Tell me what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, or something that you've been looking for, but we haven't been able to provide us yet.
Well, great. Thank you, Ms. Kusa Holloway. That was some very good information. And for those of you that are just joining us, my name is Mary Jo Wood, the Network Training Coordinator for the Virgin Islands Small Business Development Center. So if you have a question, you can put it in the chat. And because we have a small group, you could raise your hand and we will recognize you, and then you can ask the question. Ms. Holloway's here. Well, we're scheduled to be here for a little while, so feel free to ask your question. Now, a question that I have, the incubator program right now is just on St. Croix, is that correct?
Correct. It is on St. Croix only right now. We still service clients in the St. Thomas office. We also do, if someone from St. Thomas needs assistance, they can call me and we can do meetings over the phone. Right now, of course, because we're not really traveling back and forth to St. Thomas, but I have been to St. Thomas to actually meet with clients before, right before the storm, and then following now with the pandemic, we were really getting into bolstering our presence in the St. Thomas, St. John district. However, those two events really put a damper on that for us, but we're moving forward, and hopefully next year, when this pandemic is over, we can really have a bigger presence on St. Thomas, St. John, because they've been calling for us to come over and assist.
Well, cool. So you can get incubator services even if you're not physically in St. Croix. That's great.
Correct. When we first started out, actually, most of my clients were virtual clients. They weren't actually in the office with me. We do have some office space at the time, and we had them all rented out. We had some low-cost shared office space, but most of our clients, we worked remotely with them because they already had, maybe they were working out of their home, or they had an office outside of, where they were. But most of our clients were virtual.
Great. Okay. In terms of the clients that you have now, is there any particular industry that is more predominant than any other?
Manufacturing for me. We have a lot of individuals who are manufacturing. And when I say manufacturing, I know it encompasses a lot of different industries, because you can be manufacturing many items, but a lot of them are poised to open their own small factories, and that could mean employment for our industries, employment for our community members. It can also mean opening of other external or auxiliary small businesses for raw materials, because we have a lot of individuals who are creating value-added products from locally sourced items, whether it's they're using lemongrass to make a soap, or even a bush tea, or they're using mangoes to make a chutney or a sauce or a barbecue or a pepper sauce or something like that. So there's a lot of manufacturing, but in terms of individualized businesses, no, it's kind of all over, a little bit of everything. And some of them you're like, I didn't even think of that. We have fitness, we have farms, people wanting to go into aquaculture, manufacturing, health and body care, consulting. Consulting is a really big one. Individuals really using their expertise and talents and now bringing that to market, where they're no longer chained to a desk and a chair. You know, they're able to kind of move about a little freely and also provide those services to the small business community. I see someone put something in the chat, Mary Jo.
Okay. Would this program be a good fit for someone developing an app?
No, I really believe that we would not. I don't have the expertise at this point in time to assist you, but if you would like, you can go to the RT Park, which is the Research and Technology Park. They're a division of the University of the Virgin Islands. They would definitely be a better fit for someone who's trying to develop an app.
Very, very good. All right. App.
I can't believe we don't have more questions. There has to be something that you want to know. There has to be a burning question somewhere.
I would think so.
Oh, I see someone asked, how is the nonprofit sector supported? Thank you for that question, because we do support our nonprofit sector, not only within the incubator program, but throughout EDA itself. One of our biggest stakeholders is nonprofits. And I do work with some nonprofits who come to me for advice, because contrary to popular belief, running a nonprofit is running a business. You have employees, you're providing a service or a product, you're providing something to the community. Most nonprofits are providing a service that our central government cannot perform or is unable to perform at that point in time. So we do support our nonprofits. I meet with some of them. They, provide them with avenues for grants or partnerships, and also just how they can streamline their processes a little bit more, so that way they're getting the most potential out of the grant money that they have. So we do support. So if you're a nonprofit, please don't be afraid to reach out to me. We can definitely help you and align you with some individuals who may be doing similar work, or who may be a great partner to help get your programs and services going better than what is running right now.
Great. Now, in terms of nonprofits, sometimes they have a little bit more reporting requirements than a for-profit business because of those grants. Is that correct?
Correct. It's a lot of work. I had a potential client, and they said, oh, I want to run a nonprofit. And so when I started breaking down the process to become a nonprofit, the requirements and things like that, they were like, I don't think so. I don't think I want to do this anymore. It really puts things into perspective, having someone that you can really bounce those ideas off of. And that's what the incubator program is. We sit with you, we talk to you, we listen to what your ideas, your goals, your dreams, whatever it is that you're trying to do, and we help to streamline and bring you the information that you need. One of the things that we've always tried to do is make sure that you have a great foundation. Building any nonprofit or even a small business on a shaky foundation can lead to a lot of problems down the line, as you know, Mary Jo, whether it's through the structure, whether it's through accounting, your finances. But that's one of the things that we have, so that way you won't have to close down your business now. And I've seen that before, where individuals did not have, and that's just because they were trying something, they didn't know how to go about it, and they did the best that they could, and then 5 years in, they maybe had to close for 6 months to a year, or however long, in order to go back and kind of start from the beginning and fix all of those regulatory issues, and then reopen again. And that's a hard pill to swallow for a small business owner, when that's their only source of income.
Okay. Another question. At what point in a small business's development can they reach out to you?
Any point. Beginning, dreaming phase. You could be in business and want to expand. Any point, reach out for the help. Don't wait. Any point.
And to piggyback on that, the VISBDC is here for the life of a business's
Correct.
existence. And that's from thought process all the way up to exit strategy. As long as you qualify as a small business, and by the U.S. Small Business Administration's criteria, generally that's a business that has less than 500 employees. But sometimes it's industry specific, so it may have a dollar amount in terms of the limit that would qualify a business as a small business. And I know in retail is like $6 million, but most of our businesses would be happy if they were grossing $6 million as a retailer.
Correct. Absolutely. And we have individuals who are no longer in our program, like actively, they've graduated, they're at a good place now in their business, but they still do their check-ins, if they're looking to expand or they just have a question about something, we stay available. So it's not like, okay, well, we get you to a certain place and you're on your own now. No, we're like Mary Jo said, we're here for the life of your business as long as we can help. And if we can't help, we will point you in the right direction of someone who can assist you.
And one of the things that people need to remember is register to become a client at the Virgin Islands Small Business Development Center. We work closely with the EDA in terms of their programs. So you can be clients at both places and get the best of both worlds. The SBDC is a part of a nationwide network of almost 1,000 SBDCs. And if we don't have the particular expertise, we can consult with some of our colleagues at some of the other SBDCs in order to help get you the kind of assistance that you need.
Absolutely. I know someone was asking about the criteria. And the criteria is if you need assistance, you're part of the incubator program. Unless you wanted office space, that's a whole separate application. But if you wanted to come into the incubator program because you need the assistance, it's as easy as just reaching out to me and we fill out an inquiry form. And it's just your general information, name, phone number, email address, things like that. And you're part of the program. You make it very easy to get the help.
And that's an important factor to remember, that there's no cost for your assistance or the counseling services at the Small Business Development Center.
Absolutely no cost. Now, if you want us to charge you, let us know. We don't mind. Right, Mary Jo? We could use a few extra dollars to bring more services to the community.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't know, is that our services are at no charge. Okay, so use them. I mean, a lot of people think if they're not paying for it, it's not worth much, but we have some very talented and well-educated consultants on both teams at EDA as well as at the SBDC. So if you just have monies that you want to contribute to the economy by supporting other small businesses that do some of those things in terms of counseling and stuff, by all means, help to stimulate the economy, but know that the SBDC and the EDA are here to provide services at no direct cost to you.
Absolutely. And also that we work in partnership with each other. There's several clients that when I meet with them, they need assistance with developing a business plan, or they need some other thing that maybe within EDA, we can't assist. And I refer them to the SBDC or one of the other partner agencies that they can receive those services. Please note though, we do not write your business plans for you. We do not write your loan applications for you. What we do is provide the assistance so you do not get frustrated with the process. We understand that sometimes the process is to get a business license and all these other regulatory items within the territory at times can be very cumbersome. And that's why we're here to help, to assist, but we are not here to do the work, because if we do the work, that means it becomes our business. And we don't want that. This is your business. So you have to be able to take your ideas and everything from what's in your head to put them on paper. So then that way, now you are ready for funding, you're ready for investment, you're ready to open that business at whatever time that you feel that is time to do so.
And the individual would be the expert in that area. Sometimes our consultants have some expertise in certain areas, but in general, if you're opening a business, you are going to be the subject matter expert. We might have some general information that would help you along the way, but you are the subject matter expert. And when you own a business, even if you just started it, people in the community think that you know everything about that business, even though you just started. And once you hire employees, they assume you know everything too, even though they may know more about your business than you do.
Absolutely. I saw someone asked in the group in the chat if we provide grant writing assistance. I know the EDA does not. We actually hire grant writers, or we write our own grants in-house. However, the University of the Virgin Islands offers grant writing classes that through their CEL program, I believe. And you can do the classes through there if you're looking for grant writing assistance.
That is correct. Next question. Does the SBDC allow a direct line of business opportunities for students, graduates, or instructors at UVI? I want to hire local, and I'm thinking I should be able to find graduates that are ready to take on my project. And the answer to that is partly a yes, because there's a counseling and placement service at the university that works with students to help them find employment part-time as well as full-time. So you can contact the counseling, you can contact the student employment office at 340-693-1088 or the counseling and placement service. And I will put that information in the chat so you can follow up on that. And especially in like the computer science areas, they're always looking for internships and stuff like that for their students and projects for their students to work on. So that's a way to get some good assistance where the students are working on your project, but they're supervised by the professors, and also the School of Business, and the SBDC falls into the UVI School of Business. The School of Business has an internship program that all of the business majors are supposed to complete an internship of a minimum of 150 hours before they graduate. So they're always looking for placements for their students. So you can contact the School of Business at UVI also. And yes, I will put the number and the names of the departments in the chat. There's another question. I live here in St. Thomas, but my business is officially registered in Texas. Would I have to register my business locally to use this service?
No, because we do understand that depending on what it is, it might be a business that you're doing virtually, remotely. However, for certain services within the EDA, you have to be a registered local business.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay.
And a follow-up question to that individual whose business is registered elsewhere. Are you planning to register that business here within the territory, or are you kind of just passing through? Because that will make a difference in some of the assistance that they will be able to receive through the VIEDA and probably SBDC.
No, I was planning to keep it registered in Texas since I've already done that. So, but I'm staying here. I just didn't want to redo all the paperwork if I didn't have to.
Okay. Understood. That may impact you if you ever need funding through the EDA, or not necessarily maybe through the banks. If you don't mind me asking, what type of industry without?
Mental health coaching.
Okay. Mental health coaching. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Understood. So you're not, you're not storefront or equipment intensive, so you should be okay.
No.
But you can still, if you're living here, but it's registered somewhere else, if you need assistance, not a problem.
Mhm.
You can reach out to
Okay,
me, that's fine. Mhm.
Thank you.
Chanel, by any chance, do we have any questions from Facebook?
One moment and I can let you know.
Thank you, Chanel. Do we have any more questions in the chat, Mary Jo?
I don't see any.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if people realize that this Lunch and Learn series is a little bit different from our previous ones, but in general, this Lunch and Learn series with the Economic Development Authority is scheduled to run from 12 to 1:30. But if we finish early, I'm sure Ms. Kusa Holloway would not mind getting an early start on her lunch.
Not a problem, but I'll be here for as long as we need to make sure that we are, thank you. And there's no questions from Facebook. But definitely, if anyone, has any questions or comments, please reach out to me. I try my best to answer everyone in a timely manner. And let's get these businesses going here within the territory. There's so much talent and so much need within our territory. And I see where individuals are coming out with these great concepts for small businesses that will, definitely fill those voids. Let us help you. There are so many resources within the Economic Development Authority. Aside from the incubator program, we have the Economic Development Bank that provides funding from $1,000 to $500,000. That one has those fundings. They'll have requirements that you have to be a Virgin Islands resident of at least 5 to 10 years. But definitely that is there. We are a secondary lender, so that means that we do not compete with our local banks. You have to be denied by one of our local banks in order to apply for our funding, but it is there if you need it, if the banks are not willing to lend the money for your business. We also have the Enterprise Zone Commission. If you have a business that is in the Enterprise Zone Commission and they deal with the historic towns of Christiansted, downtown Frederickstead, downtown Christiansted, downtown Frederickstead, they and in Savon, up street, down street. Chanel, help me. I know they've expanded to some of the areas in St. Thomas. If you have a business or a building within those areas and you are renovating, please reach out to the Enterprise Zone Commission. They can assist you. They have a great tax credit program, and also some other benefits for small businesses in those areas. They also do scrape and paint. They apply for grants to help board up buildings, do some facade painting and improving of neighborhoods. They also do the entrepreneurial program. And I know we each have our day, but just to let you kind of know, since I'm kind of kicking it off, what else you have to look forward to for the next coming weeks. You also have the EDC program, which everyone knows, and they always say, oh, do you work for EDC? No, we work for EDA actually. But the EDC is the Economic Development Commission. They provide the tax exemptions for companies who are coming from outside of the territory. But there's a little less known program called the EDC Small Business Program, which is geared to local residents who are opening qualified businesses who can take part in those tax exemptions like the big companies. And there's a little bit less restrictions on, like there's no application fee and things like that. So, definitely there's some programs to help, but you have to reach out to us. We cannot know that you need help or you need the support if you don't reach out to us. Send us a message. There's also, if you go to our website, www.usvieda.org, org. On there, you can find a plethora of information, the grants that we're working on, the projects we're working on. You can find information, in-depth information about all of our different divisions, what we do, what kind of tax incentives or credits or whatever it is that we offer, programs and services that we offer. I see that Chanel has put into the group chat the upcoming lineup of when each one of our divisions will be partnering with SBDC for their Lunch and Learn series. Please register for all of them. There is some nugget of information that I think that will be of benefit to everyone who is listening to this or who is viewing it at another time because it's being recorded. But we're definitely here to help. That is the main focus of this Lunch and Learn, to let the community, the Virgin Islands community and the diaspora, those who live outside of the territory, because we've been getting a lot of inquiries from individuals who live outside of the territory, who want to come back home and open businesses and want to help and be a part of the solutions to some of the voids that we have within the territory. Please reach out to us. My email again, I know Chanel put it in the group chat, that it's CHOLLOWAY@usvieda.org. So please reach out. I can't stress it enough. I'll say it again. Please reach out to us. We have information, we have the time, and not only that, we really, really want to see you succeed, and we will hold your hand through the process as much as we can.
Okay, now we do have those upcoming EDA programs in the chat. So next week, there's the Economic Development Bank Loan Program / the State Small Business Credit Incentive Programs. That's all about lending if you need to borrow money. And the key,
all about the money.
All about the money. And the key to borrowing money is you cannot need it yesterday. Okay, it is Absolutely. A process. So you must not be desperate needing the money yesterday, because you'll be thoroughly frustrated because lenders, EDA, as well as the commercial banks, generally take a minimum of 30 to 45 days to process loan applications. And I've known loan applications that have taken a year and a half, 2 years, because things come up as the lenders do their due diligence. So do not be in a hurry to borrow the money. And if you know you want to borrow money down the road, start the process well in advance of when you would need the monies. And then also have a plan B in case those loan funds do not come through. Okay, and then on also next week, we have a lot of really good information. Every Tuesday, we do the SBA program with the U.S. Small Business Administration. And next week, Tuesday, we're going to talk about veterans resources. That's Tuesday morning from 10 to 11. But Tuesday evening is a program that I'm sure most business owners would be interested in. And that's the program on patent, trademark, trade secrets, and copyright basics. We have an attorney that specializes in those areas. And we always have people that are looking for information about their inventions and copyright protection and stuff like that. That's going to be a very interactive presentation. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. So you don't have to use your lunch hour to do it next week, Tuesday. You can sit in the comforts of your home and participate in that program. Write out your questions so you can have them ready to ask when the program starts. And then also on Monday, we have the Snack and Chat celebrating the 31st anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And EDA, SBDC, and the Disability Rights Center are all going to be collaborating on that program. A lot of good information, and that's 2 in the afternoon. And we call it a Snack and Chat because it's after lunch, and you get that little snack in before you end your work day. So we have a lot of good information coming up. We really want you guys to take advantage of it because we go to great lengths to find the presenters to share this information. And we don't want people to say, oh, I didn't know. Because we have people coming to our shores every day because they see the opportunities and they see the resources that we have available. So we want people that live here to also see the opportunities and take advantage of the resources that are available, so we can make our Virgin Islands a place for all of you. Do we have any more questions? Okay, we will send a copy of the presentation out in the email to everyone that's attended. I will also get those phone numbers for those other UBI departments and send that along with the presentation so that you can have that information. But if you have any questions, call us, email us. We're here to help. There's no charge for our counseling services. Just like Ms. Kusa Holloway said, we will not write your business plan for you, but we will help you with it. We are not experts at everything, but we know a lot of general information. And if we don't know, we can point you in the direction of somebody that can help you. EDA, SBDC, a UBI department. There's a lot of information available here to help businesses to grow and succeed. And that's what we want. We want businesses not just for today. We want businesses to be here as long as they want to be here. Okay. And it takes a lot of energy and effort to start a business. It's not rocket science, but it does take energy and effort. And a lot of people are surprised that it takes as much effort as it does take in some cases, because a lot of people look at starting a business from the aspect of being an employee. And in the employee's mind, the employer has all of these people working for them, and the employer is sitting back with their feet propped up on the desk, ordering people around. But it usually takes a while before they have people to boss around. So the owner of the business usually does everything before they even have an employee. So there's a lot to know about owning and operating a business. But again, it's not rocket science. You can do it if you're employed and you're looking at starting a business. When you retire, look at starting the legwork 2 or 3 years before you retire. So you have things lined up and you're not in a hurry to get things done. Take your time, learn about your industry, ask questions. There's a lot of free services, and we want to see you grow and succeed. Do you have any more questions? Okay, well, Ms. Kusa Holloway, I think you will get an early start on your lunch. And on behalf of the Virgin Islands Small Business Development Center, the Economic Development Authority, we want to thank all of you for joining us today. Please tell somebody, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you very much. Have a great day.